How was the game today? I'm joking. It wasn't quite the result we wanted. What are the positives from today's game? What did you see as the positives before we get on to the negatives?
It's great to see Ekitike get involved. I think a lot of people have seen Ekitike's price tag. I think he has a lot to bring to this team. And at the same time, we can all agree, I think as Liverpool fans, there's a lot more to happen in this transfer window. I have a funny feeling next Friday there might be a player being presented. I don't know who it might be. I'm not going to throw it out there. As Honest says, we don't talk about other people's players. But to that point, I think we unfortunately have a problem of penalty takers. I think if we can have players who can actually step up to the spot and actually do a good penalty, we haven't had that what's the word I'm looking for? We haven't
consistency.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. We were both at the PSG game last season, and we saw a number of players just not step up at the moment. Right? We've lost Luis Diaz, we've lost Nunez. Elliott is potentially going out the door as well. And who scored today? 2 of the 5, I think, from what I understand correctly. It's not good enough.
And you can't expect to win anything if you're going to score 2 out of the 5 goals. You need your keeper to step up in games and make a save or 2, during the penalty taking. And he did that. So we had that. So Alisson did what he needed to do. So positive for me also, I think Wirtz had a really good game in the first half. I saw a lot of kind of nice tight interplay, good movement off and on the ball. And I can see sort of his partnership, with Szoboszlai and with Salah working really well. Again, Gakpo was great. He had a really good game. Kerkez did enough, but didn't show anything too wow that would make me think. So he's just a safe player, in my opinion. Frimpong, on the other hand, was great. He was getting up and down the pitch. At one point, I think Eze had the ball and he came back into it and took the ball off of him. So from that aspect, it was great that we've got a little bit of pace on the sides. But also, I think by having such high left and right backs, I think we can get caught on the counter quite often, as you've seen in the game today.
And if you don't mind me adding to that, I think Slot's obviously got a chance now to rebuild this Liverpool team. We've got an opportunity now where he's replaced both fullbacks, and they're going to be very aggressive, right? I think we can both agree that Dutch football is total football, right? So Slot's got an identity that he wants to bring forward to this club. I think my only concern is that if we want to do this, we have to be very secure at the back. Fair enough, we had no Gravenberch today. Yep. I think that's a big thing, right? To that point, I think a lot of Liverpool fans are a bit concerned about what happens in this midfield 3.
Yep.
If that's a McAllister, Szoboszlai, Jones, or maybe a Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz, right? I think we all saw both full-back positions were very exposed. As much as I'm very grateful to what Frimpong did today, fantastic. Yep. I think we can both agree we don't get that out of Trent.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen Trent do that sort of goal, right? So, but to that point, that creative element is coming from Wirtz. So from a tactical position, I think the club needs to realise, if this is the case, what are we doing about these counter-attacks? Because from what I've understood, Slot doesn't realise that there's a low block formation within and out the Premier League, right? We go play Bournemouth on Friday. Fair enough, Bournemouth might have had some struggles in the transfer window this season. They're still a very good side. Yeah. Semenyo's good. Klaverts can come in, do something exciting. Evie Wilson is a very good striker. Are we really going to let our defensive unit deal with that sort of play?
No, totally agree with that. And also for me, I think in these sort of games, Salah today didn't have the best game. He should have buried a chance. Ekitike had a chance he should have buried. So in certain games like this, when you have those 1 or 2 chances, this game could have been buried 2 to 3-0 way early, and we would have had a completely different discussion now. But the one positive note is in the last 15 Community Shield games, only one team that has won it has then gone on, which was Man City, the Premier League the following season. So in a way, that could be a good omen for us. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
And to that point, we are here to retain the Premier League, right? And I think this whole, if you win the Community Shield, something's going to happen from it. I'm not that concerned about that, right? Fair play to Crystal Palace, a great team. I think we were all probably sat here thinking, is Eze going to stay? Is Mateta going to stay, right? There's still a lot left in the transfer window to something to happen, right? So I'm still very confident we might see somebody walk through the door next week. I think what Slot showed us last year was control. Unfortunately today, I don't personally think we saw a lot of control. We saw Van Dijk give away a penalty. We saw both our wing backs being exposed. The back post, in my opinion, was quite exposed, both with Kerkez and Frimpong. I'm very excited. In my opinion, I think if there's one thing we can take away from today's game, is that it's going to be a massive kick up the A to get us back into results, right? So I'm very excited for next Friday. I think Bournemouth is a great test for us. If we can do very well in that game, we've got Newcastle, we've got Arsenal. We're here for that. We want to see what happens.
Yep, and there's some big games coming up, so I think we can be rest assured that there's going to be a lot more exciting football to happen, but we're going to be tested early on, and that's what we want. But guys, this is Lax and Ish, and hopefully we'll do a few more of these, hopefully more of a positive one.